Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Ben from Starlight Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Plantronics BackBeat Fit 505 headphones. So without further ado, let's get on with the review. Okay, so I've been using these headphones now for around about a week, and I'm happy to say that they're really good. I really enjoy using them. Now, normally I don't go for on-ear phones. I normally go for over-ear phones like these Beats, or I go for the in-ear. Now, those are the Apple ones that you just get with the iPhone. So I was really happy to try these ones actually, because sometimes I find that the over-ear phones really tend to squeeze my head. So I wanted to try something a little bit different. So I'm really glad that these came through. Now, some of the features on these in particular. I'll just have a quick run through the features on this side before moving to the other. On the right hand side, sorry, on the left hand side, you've got these three soft touch buttons which control the functions, track selection, pause and play. Just underneath that, you've got volume up and down, and then you've got your charging port underneath. That's a micro USB to a large USB male. That's the length of the lead that you get included with the box. So it's not long, but it's fine, absolutely fine. You also get included that male 3.5 to 3.5 mil earphone cable, which just slots in the bottom. Now you can either use these wired or wireless, entirely up to you, and they do connect via Bluetooth really easily. Connected to my iPhone instantly with absolutely no problems whatsoever. That's it pretty much for that side, with exception to a tiny little hole which is the microphone. So you can use these with your mobile phone, use them for voice calls as well. Really handy little feature. They adjust just above the earpiece, which differs to most others, as you can see with the Beats. Say they just adjust a bit further up, but those ones fit nicely. Very comfortable on the head, although I have found that the area just where the headband is, it looks like it should be really well padded, but there's not a great deal there. So sometimes you can feel that little bit of plastic just on the top of your head when you're wearing them. But it hasn't caused a problem. It's certainly not uncomfortable. So on the other side then, we have this button just on the underside which answers and finishes phone calls. But when you're not using it as to talk to your phone, if you press that, it will give you the battery levels vocally as you turn it on. Also, there's the on or Bluetooth button, so it's either off or you switch it on, it connects via Bluetooth. So flick that on, like I said, really quick process. Go into your phone settings, find the Plantronics earphones and click connect, and that's all you need. That's ready to go. Okay, so I wanted to very quickly talk about the actual sound quality that you get with the headphones. So, like I said, I've been using these for quite a while now, and by comparison to the other headphones, they're actually much better than my Apple headphones that I got included with my iPhone, and they're a bit of a contender actually for my Beats by Dre. I can't quite decide which one's better. These aren't as bassy, but then I have heard from other reviews of the Beats, actually they're overly bassy. So maybe I've just sort of grown accustomed to that sort of music. But yeah, I'm really impressed with the quality of the sound. Very clear, very crisp, even though I'm using them via Bluetooth. Of course, it's going to get better. The sound gets a lot better once you plug them in directly into the 3.5mm jack. So definitely worth considering if you're going for high quality audio. But yeah, I was really impressed with the sound quality of these. Now, as I said before, comfort is a really big deal for me because my over-ear phones that I've used, my Beats, after a while, after about 10-15 minutes, I start to get really feel the pressure in my head. I've worn these for a couple of hours now and they're absolutely fine, absolutely fantastic. Like I mentioned before, there is a little bit of thin padding around the top of the headband here, but actually after wearing them for a couple of hours, I don't feel that pressure on my head, and certainly I can happily wear these for a bit longer as well. Now, one of the other things I wanted to mention was the Bluetooth distance that you get with these. Now, I tried these in my garden the other day, and I put my phone just by the back door, and I walked out into my garden whilst doing some gardening, and yeah, I do gardening. I managed to get about 6 meters before I started to get interference with the headphones. Whilst I could walk all the way to the top of my garden, which was sort of 10 to 13 meters, I could still hear the music, but it was very sketchy, and I couldn't listen to it, so I had to move back down the garden. So yeah, I got around about 6 meters, but that's pretty standard with most Bluetooth. You get sort of 5 to 10 meters at best, and that's not taking into account the brickwork that it has to go through and when you start interfering with obstacles and things like that. So yeah, not too bad, but I just thought it was worth a mention. Now finally, I'll talk about some of the features that I haven't been able to test. They do claim to be sweat-proof, which I couldn't find in the user manual. I couldn't find any IP information, the IP rating for the headphones. So when they say they're sweat-proof or sweat-resistant, I don't think they're waterproof to the same sort of respects as what you'd maybe like class as an IP rating, but they certainly do claim to be sweat-proof, so you can use them in the gym, or you can use them maybe on a jog with light rain. But I couldn't find any more information about it, but I was really be interested to find out just how water resistant they are. Now I'm not going to go dunking them in any water to find out, but I'll take their word that they're just sweat resistant, and I'll deal with that. So last thing I wanted to say about the comfort, because I have described the general comfort of them, but certainly if they're intended for sports use. Now sports use, whether you're going to use them running or in the gym, you want them to stay firm on your head. And so I can actually say quite confidently that when I stick these on, and I can jiggle around a bit, that's not too violent jiggling, but they certainly do feel like they've got a good grip on my head, and like I said, that seals all right around the ears, not as good as over ears, but actually I'd be pretty confident that I could go out for a jog with these and I wouldn't have too many problems, not too much movement. And again, certainly in the gym as well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I might get a bit of movement, but they tend to be quite slimline by comparison to some of the more bulkier headphones. So I'd be happy to use these whilst in the gym as well. But like I said, yeah, very secure, and I'd be confident that they'd stay on my head throughout any sort of sporting activity. So all in all then, I'm going to give these a 4-star review. Reason being is they look really good, they've got some brilliant features. The fact is they're wireless or they can be wired. They've got a very long battery life, very comfortable, and they are intended to be used as a sports headphones. So fine for listening leisurely to music. But for me, the thing is with audio devices, there is such a vast range of devices out there, and in a market where they're up against some professional audio equipment, they don't sit very high up on that scale, which is tend to where I aim my audio. So yeah, I'm very happy with them, and I happily use them in my spare time or doing sports. But for anything professional in terms of audio, I wouldn't really use them. So if you've enjoyed this video, then leave us a comment or give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos in the future, then subscribe to the channel, clicking that button below. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.